When last we left you all, you were in Perenval City in the first snows of the fourth winter of Perenval. And you were conducting, under the rites of the Creed of Tempest, the reading of deeds, which, Eric, when people are buried now, because everyone has this Creed of Tempest, people are magically embalmed, and they're not buried separately. All the heroes and all the people that have fallen in different ways are kept, or at least their effects, if their bodies cannot be kept or found. And they're kept for years. And they did a reading of deeds, where they read off the deeds of all the heroes and villains and everyone that has gone, and put them on a pyre on a lattice work of swords. And afterwards, they lit the pyre, and when that happened, the kingdom came under attack, and the forces of Dane Earnhardt attempted to assassinate the king, and they killed him, but they were able to use resurrection magic and to get him away from the battle. But the kingdom has dissolved into war again, and the kingdom is under siege. And before the reading of deeds, the king commissioned 2 quests. One quest was to go east and try to traverse the magic forest, find the Fate of Forks, locate the stronghold of Dane Earnhardt, and stop him. The other quest is where we are tonight, and that is that it's been clear for some time that there are reports of some sort of magical weapon being forged in the north across the Devouring Sea. And so, Faith is a albino tiefling and a follower of Helm. She has been, I'm going to speak for you all. This is my version of it, and maybe y'all can help me understand, and you can let me know if I got something wrong. She has been chased from Faerun by religious zealots who found that she could heal people. And so in her temple, for some reason, they began to hunt her down. And she got lost, and when she came to the Vale, a group of armored knights were trying to hunt her down through the wilderness. And that's where they found her. Set is a monk of the Hugh Fist Monastery in Faerun, a monastery of all halflings. And they sharpened their martial prowess to simply try to help others and to improve their lives. And he went on a quest into Perenval City and began to do so, but on one quest he found a cursed amulet. And the amulet has bound itself to him, and it has given him strange powers while simultaneously taking his life force, constantly tempting him to move away from his friends and from his vows. And
alert, alert.
And Björn is someone who came from Greyhawk, a civilized sort of juxtaposition of a Uthgard warrior, Uthgard warrior, who has sought adventure and to try to bring honor to himself, and so he came to the Vale and Perenval City and became an adventurer, and led a quest to bring an altar, to establish an altar to Uthgar in the Vale, and in the process discovered Faith and the crusade to kill her, and also the knight Edmund Baxter, who is a resident of the Vale whose brother was killed by a demon some 2 years ago now. He follows a trickster god, and so he is a trickster knight. And they found that there was a plot to overthrow the kingdom, and that was part of why they were chasing Faith and trying to kill her. There was a demonic presence in this grove in the southern Vale, and they descended down into the abyss itself and destroyed the demon and defeated the cult leader of the area. They closed the gateway to the abyss, and Edmund discovered his ancient lineage going back to the knights that were there when a kingdom was once here in the Vale, to a family of knights. And now he speaks to himself sometimes. When they made their way back out of the abyss and back to the surface, they found that the area was cleansed, and the magical wood surrounding the area was alive again, and Bjorn discovered his true ancestry, that he also has roots in the Vale, and that he is the last member of the Blue Bear tribe of the Uthgard, and that all of his ancestors' memories have been brought down into a single graft of wood which he carries with him to try to find their rightful place. Faith has been receiving visions of something in the Northern Vale now for months, about an angel that's been weeping blood, calling out to her for help. And so when the king came under attack, the order went out that the quest would embark right away. And for Faith, Edmund, Set, and Bjorn, that meant taking to the sea. And that's where we are tonight. After the reading of deeds, the heroes have decided to travel across the Devouring Sea instead of traveling the months it would take to go overland. It's a much faster route, but it's also much more perilous. And you've taken the kingdom's flagship to find and stop this weapon in the north that the Chalice Knights have spoken of. The kingdom's flagship is the Dragon's Call. Did that show up for everybody? Good. Okay. Let's see.
One quick question, just to double check something.
Okay.
The reading of deeds was public, right?
Yeah, and I'll post that later. I'm sorry I haven't got it up yet.
That's fine. I'm just making sure that my character could even possibly know where, what's happening and where to go.
He definitely would have known all this for sure. So you have all been in the hold of the kingdom's finest ship from its very small navy, the Dragon's Call, for the past several days. It's captained by Captain Shinera Yelkrana, and thanks to magic imbued in the ship itself and with the help of Felsane and Undil, you were able to break the ice of the winters in the surrounding sea and harbor and pass freely into the open sea during the first battle of the fourth winter of Perenval. They call it the Devouring Sea. Some ships are brave or stupid enough to make the journey back and forth across the sea, but most go missing that try it every year, especially those that venture into the center of the sea, which is where you're headed right now. Those are usually never heard from again, and no one ever seems to make it. Unfortunately, though, to arrive in the north in time for your mission, that's exactly where you have to head. Faith, you have been hunted by religious zealots and knights from Faerun and Greyhawk, and then from things that you've never heard of. While trying to escape, you found yourself in the Vale, hundreds of miles across untended forest, ruins, and abandoned roads and monsters. There you found allies from a faraway kingdom. Together that you've hunted down and defeated these knights, discovered their link to a demonic power, their secret allegiance to Ayus, and their plans to construct a supernatural weapon that it's said, the reports and rumors are that this weapon can destroy a man with a mere glancing touch and can drag an entire city into the underworld. You've received dreams beckoning you north by an angel that cries out for your help. It's weeping blood. And now you travel north to face this destiny. How does Faith feel having defeated her pursuers?
I mean, up until she realized that that's not quite the case, she felt pretty good about it. Kind of conflicted because she didn't know what to do, but now there's something to do, which is more north stuff now. More northerly.
How does she feel about her allies and friends that she has made?
She finds them greatly amusing and is wondering why nobody is keeping Set on a leash just in case. Because there are many small cannon windows he could be pulled out of on this boat.
You look over and you see Set is very much indeed not on a leash. He started in a cross-legged position in his usual meditative state, but you see that he is actually shivering and moaning in pain. How do you feel about Set's worsening illness?
Can I give him the paladins?
The what?
The paladins? Lay on hands.
Like, lay on hands?
Can I heal him of his worsening illness?
I think you can, and you don't have to expend a lay on hands to do so. You comfort him by your connection to this divine power, to try to comfort and secure him, and he stops shivering as much, and it does work a little bit.
Well, wait, then would he not be, like, safe in my light? I know I'm not wearing my usual cap because it's really freaking hot in my house.
Are you wearing the helm?
I'm pretty much always wearing the helm.
It's probably pretty uncomfortable for everybody to be around because it's like blindingly bright all the time.
Okay, then I remove it.
You yourself are struggling to try to get rest as this cabin tosses about. It seems like you have all found yourselves in stormier waters. You hear suddenly you can kind of see, and you hear let's see, Faith, help me.
I'm working on it.
Oh Lord. You see a vision of a being with matted and paper-thin wings that flicker in pain. A red light pulsates from its body, and it's covered in bandages. It pulls at its chain, which glow with a magical energy. Suddenly, you see the chains just break, and dark wings spread wide, and it flies towards you. And then you wake up again, and you can see you're back. You can see this. You can see Set shivering over in the corner again, and you're covered in sweat. And Set himself is still crying out in pain from his own nightmares, it seems. I'm going to switch over to Set. Set, you have been trying to meditate and focus during the past few days aboard the ship. You said that's what he tries to do, right? Back when you were in the dungeon, if he's resting.
Yep.
You traveled to this land to try to find a place where you could bring charity and hope to people that were desperate. And your master has taught you to do that, and it's the Hen Fist Temple is what it's called. I'm sorry if I said something else. When you found Perenval City, you found a place just for that, racked with poverty and despair and corruption following this war where so many people had died. And you tried to help them. You brought cloaks and blankets to the ruins where no one else would want to go. You spent your time doing that. You slept in the abandoned structures outside of taverns, identifying with the very worst off in Perenval that had seemed forgotten. And not only did you do that, but you fought monsters threatening the surrounding villages outside of the city. You were one of the heroes that helped to get the kingdom back on its feet in its early days. And while doing that, you stumbled on a demonic threat underneath the ground. When that happened, you were struck down by it, that demon that you found there. But your companion defended you until you came back. And he helped you back to health, staying with you in that pit. But although you came back, you found yourself in the clutches of this object of power, which you have not taken off your neck since, except I think once to show it to someone. And yet you didn't let it go in the end. This thing around your neck weighs you down more and more, and it imbues you with this painful energy that seems to have helped you when you were in a fight. Oftentimes your companions seem suspicious of you, and that's probably pretty clear to you even if they're not saying it. You've resisted its temptations so far, and you defeated the Vice Heart in hand-to-hand combat. If it were not for you, the Vice Heart would not have fallen over the pit. The evil sorcerer that assisted the Omen and commanded the Chalice Knights wouldn't have been defeated. As you're trying to meditate, you find that you've fallen over, and you're awoken by coughing up blood and black bile which dribbles down your face. And when you look down, you see the outline. You look down, it's just dribbling down your mouth, and you look down, you can see the outline of your bones in your chest and arms. A pool of water is collected in the deck nearby, and you can see your reflection of your face in it, and it looks more skeleton than person almost to you. There's dark clouds around your iris, and purple and black sunken flesh around your eyes. There are blotches covering your face. How does Set feel after all this has happened?
Well, not very well now. At first he felt like he wasn't making a matter in the town. Didn't seem like he was doing, just didn't seem like what he was doing mattered. So he just kind of trying to stay with friends. Didn't really know what else to do. And then once this amulet got a hold of him, it did give a sense of power, but it also was I don't know, it kind of just took the control of him. It wouldn't let, it won't let get rid of it. He's having a hard time with it. That's why he meditates so much, because he's trying to find a balance, trying to find out if he can control it, because he likes what it gives him, but as he can see from the pain he's going through and his reflection now, that it is just taking a pull, that it's something he can't control it. He knows he has to get rid of it, but he just doesn't know. He's torn between the power that it gives him, yet the grasp it holds.
Yeah. And I would say, because we've noted this before, something that about this, that this power just calls to you all the time, and it's giving you this a hunger for more of this, and it whispers thoughts of suspicion and anger constantly in your mind. When these thoughts come up, how does Set react to that?
He tries to fight it. Sometimes he doesn't. He can't, as seen in his latest little acts that he has done by running off by himself, where he's just following that urge. So he does try to fight it. He's having a hard time battling with that.
Eric,
Again,
there have been
the
times
meditation.
when in the dungeons deep, as they were trying to make their way down to the abyss to stop the Omen, as they were trying to sleep, Set disappeared and wandered off while they were trying to sleep. And they had to basically go on an entire adventure to find and get him back. How does Set feel about his adventure to the gnarled caverns and his companions?
Set is, he feels, I don't know if he feels comfortable with his companions, but he's been with Jorn the longest, so he kind of been sticking with him, because he's all new here. He doesn't really know anybody around. So he does kind of the first person he stuck with and who helped him, ever since. So he's been kind of sticking with him, and it, whoever comes and goes, just kind of keeps an eye on him. He doesn't have a problem with any of his companions as of yet, but he enjoys going with them because he likes the thrill of the fight, looking for that battle. He wants that battle to jump in and dance, dance around. So.
You told me in the very beginning, very early on, that Set was here in Perenval to help people, to try to make a difference. After everything that's happened, and with the amulet and the quest to the Gnarled Caverns and now on this ship, how does Set currently feel about this mission that you're on, and also his original mission that he came here to do?
Yeah, he does. He feels disappointed about the helping the people because he doesn't feel like what he has done. He doesn't feel like it matters. It's like it doesn't seem like it matters to him.
Yeah.
Or it matters to anybody. Everything that he's tried to do, it just doesn't seem like it matters. So that really affects him. And as far as going on the next mission, he said he's just gonna stay with who he's with. Companions, he doesn't really know what to do. If the town's falling to shit, then he doesn't really see a reason really to stay and try to help anymore because he already feels like what he has done doesn't. So
Yeah.
what the hell can I do now?
Yeah, you even kind of have a voice in your mind. Says, nothing you do matters. None of this matters. And they don't care. They've used you from the beginning. I mean, and, that feeling is the people in the city, and all the people there. As you ponder these things and your eyes close, and as more of these thoughts come in, you hear a familiar sound. Oh, look, I found a turtle Set. This turtle, it moves around and it just waddles around in front of you. There's this little halfling man in old, kind of tattered and not very clean robes, and a bald head, and he's riding the turtle around. Whoa, easy there. Whoa, and he turns and faces away from you.
Die?
Oh, yes, Set. Oh, it's so good to see you again.
Yes. What brings you?
Oh, well, I'm just a fevered figment of your addled imagination, Set. You're losing your mind.
I am losing my mind. So if you are a figment of and let my imagination wild, tell me, what are you here for?
Well, I might be a figment of your imagination, but I can't help but tell you, Set, that I thought it was really something how you handled defending your companions in the demon's lair. It's very exciting. Quite the adventure.
I'm trying to learn as I go, trying to keep what you taught me fresh, and learn from my friends.
Yes. Oh, yes, that's good. Oh, I'm always learning myself. Well, I'm just a figment of your imagination, but I would learn if I were real. And, Set, one advantage to you going insane is we'll probably be spending a lot more time together.
Well, that's good. I would like to see much more of you.
Oh, I would like that too, Set. He gets off the turtle and he comes up to you, and he puts his hand on your shoulder, and it's like the most loving look of affection, you know, that you've received in a year and a half at this point. He's like, you know, again, even though I am just a figment of your imagination, I wanted to say also that you should know the vision you received in the deeps of the caverns, it was the demon, and you did pass the test in resisting it. You know, I would never have you leave your companions. Never. Never stop defending them. It's very much who you are. I've always known that. Without you, you know, they would have been lost a long time ago. And I may be just a figment of your imagination, but you should know that's why you're here, to help them on their journey and defend them.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate that. I do not believe that I the glue that holds them together, though. I believe they are a very strong group.
Well, I don't know about you being glue. You don't look very gluey to me, but you are the only one that can defeat this weapon. There are great things said. This is what we've been taught by the ancient masters. People are great, yes. The land is great, yes.
The land.
I'll meet you. Sorry. Beneath the land is the sea, and it's greater, yes. The sea rests on the world, yes, and it is great. And that rests on the weave, which is great, yes. But our place depends greatly on where we sit. And he gets back up on the turtle, and he sits down on it, and it swings around. He's like, whoa, whoa. So it goes with the burden you carry. Where it sits matters. It is powerful, yes, but it sits on you. And there is one thing I said in the caverns, though, that I think is true. This burden set. It will be the weapon your friends need. If you can see it in time. Whoa! And then, like, the turtle, like, darts off. And, like, as it goes, it's like, I may be a figment of your imagination, Set, but I love you. And, like, it, like, goes off.
Bye.
Edmund. You are attempting to rest below decks. I'm sorry, let me unmute you. Sorry about that. I was getting feedback. And you think you hear something. Make a perception check. And let's see here.
$22. Did you hear me?
I did.
Okay.
Okay. You, you think you hear something, like a shuffling, on the other side of the deck. What do you do?
Drake, do you hear that? I asked my armor if he hears it.
Okay. Oh, hey, buddy. God, I don't hear anything. It sounds like this ship is about to turn over. I don't know, buddy. I think I'm getting seasick. I don't have any way to throw up, though.
I'm gonna go investigate this sound.
Okay, I'm with you. Who is that? I can't see who that is. Eric, Jake. Okay, it's Jake. Okay. Let's see. Make an investigation check.
Nat 1.
All right.
So, it's actually a 0.
Or you can do it in Discord. Oh, here it is. Okay. No, that's okay. Okay. You, when you go over to check the barrels where you think something's moved, you check behind the barrel, you look around it, and it was just a bulkhead behind the barrel. Nothing's there. But you get a weird feeling. Make an insight check.
Six.
All right. You get a weird feeling, and you're like, something, but then time passes and nothing comes of it.
Is the feeling enough for me to say I'm going to use my divinity to, detect good and evil?
You could do that if you want.
Yeah.
Is it detect evil and good?
Yeah.
You do not detect. You channel into that divine power. You do not detect a aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, undead, anything truly good, anything truly evil. You don't detect anything.
Okay.
But suddenly you do. Sorry, we're going to pause for a second. I'm going to pause the record. Back to recording.
Damn, Holly.
Kyle says, "Damn, Holly." I mean, anyways, what were we doing? Okay, but you used to detect good and evil, and then all of a sudden, like you wait in that, and you stay in that for a while, and then you suddenly do sense it, just small at first, just slightly. You're certain that you feel like the sense of something being totally not right. And eventually it grows. The sense of like abomination, like something is not right. And you realize that you sense undeath.
Do I have any kind of like detection of like where this would be coming from?
Let me see. Let's see. It says, place arrived at 30 feet. It has been managed consecrated. If there's a place, filled in as well as where the creature is located. You sense it coming from outside the ship, and it feels like it's getting closer, and the feeling of it's getting stronger and stronger.
All right. Well, I'm gonna rouse the ship, especially our other two paladins, and let them know what's happening.
You rouse everyone. Everyone has a long rest and all their hit points and spells, and no exhaustion points. And you all hear a commotion and the pounding of feet against wood and decks above, and then suddenly screaming, and then suddenly the wall of the ship near the hull just explodes into splinters, and there's a huge harpoon that's sticking into it. It's black and covered with barnacles in the ship's side. Let's see. You can just hear all sorts of like yelling and screaming on the deck. It seems like you're under attack. What do you do?
Do I have time to cast protection from evil and good on myself?
I believe you do.
Same.
I would do that.
I'm just gonna go topside.
Yeah, and then I'll rush after the hollering.
You go topside. Okay. Okay. You're topside, and you can see on the top, the first mate and Captain Chinera are here. It looks like the crew is in disarray and unprepared for this attack. You can already see Beam the Dragon's Call is a black ship with black sails, and a skeletal crew is pointing several ballista at the ship, and they're flying in and hitting the hull.
I'd like to rally the crew.
What does that look like? And you should have control of your characters.
I jump onto the... Not on there yet, but I'm just going to say I jump onto the poop deck.
Poop deck.
And I say, come on, you lazy good-for-nothings. We've got enemies afoot, and while they may already be dead, let's send them back to hell.
Roll a persuasion check.
Uh, 21.
They roar in response to this, and as a result, you now have control of these pirates on the western side of the ship. And on their turn, they can either fire a crossbow with a +4 to hit, or they can swing a short sword with a +4 to hit. But that was your turn. Next is Set.
Wait, if we're in initiative order, shouldn't I have gone first?
Yeah, you should have, but it's okay.
No, it's not. Let him go.
I mean,
Come on, DM.
okay, don't punch me, Set. Shit. Okay, Faith. Under threat of violence.
I was sitting here moving around. I didn't realize we were in initiative order already.
Go ahead.
Mechanically, how do these... I'm assuming this is a ballista. How do these work?
Yeah, you know ballistas, you need 3 people to fire one. You need a person to load it,
Okay,
a person
then
to
I'm
aim it,
gonna
and a
fly.
person to fire it.
Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim for their sails with my spells. I think, yeah, I can reach their sails. I want to Sacred Flame their sails and slow them down.
Cool. It fails. Let's see, roll for damage.
11.
Oh, come on, internet. Will y'all let me know if I freeze? Be like, I think Ross is frozen, and that cues me a little bit when that happens. Object armor class. Let's see, it's made of rope and cloth and paper. How much damage did you do?
11.
Alright, you do 11 damage, and you see that it rips a hole into the sail, but when you look closely, you see that the sails are already covered in holes. It seems like some sort of foul magic.
Shit. I guess that's my turn. I put my helm back on, and then it's the end of my turn.
All right, you do that. You may have to remind me of what the Helm of Brilliance does to undead again here in a moment, because I'll probably forget. It's Set's turn.
Alright, are these two people right here by this ballista?
They are by that ballista.
Crewmates? Alright, and how do I know how far these things shoot?
It can definitely hit that ship. It can basically hit anywhere on the map.
Okay. Alright, Set wants to run over here to these two, and he wants to yell at them. Hey, you two, you see that ship over there? If you guys can get this thing set up, I'll take a shot at it.
All right. I'm going to give you the stats for your ballista. They do that. They load it, and they set it up. One is ready to fire, and they set you up to aim to fire it. Let's see. It does... you can either add your ranged attack bonus, or you could do +6. And then, what are you aiming at?
Actually, I think what I'd like to try to do is hit this ballista right here. See if I can, like, maybe, like, right up in this group.
All right. Roll to hit.
That would be 24.
It hits. Roll for damage. It's a 3d12 plus 9.
Yeah, okay, 1 moment. $312 plus 9.
3d12 plus 9.
Yeah. 6. So 35.
How much did you get?
35.
35 damage. Holy crap. You shatter this ballista, and it's utterly destroyed along with all of the skeletal pirates nearby. Splinters of this wood just fly up into the air, and chunks of it go off into the sea below. That's your turn. And let's see. Let's see. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna roll to see, and Eric, roll a acrobatics check, please.
You can.
Oh, can't hear you.
21.
21. That works. All of a sudden, you see a small figure like swing from one of the ropes up above, and it lands down into one of these like the sails and drifts down. And Randall, you are now at the bow of the ship.
Okay, so does that just... Do I still have an attack action?
Yep.
In that case, I cast Firebolt at the enemy sail.
All right. You do that. Roll to hit.
That would be 24.
Hits. Roll for damage.
And 4 points of fire damage to the sail, and assuming it's flammable, it should catch fire.
Except that it's in heavy rain, but it does damage the sail, and it blows another hole into it.
It's raining.
And what is your AC and passive perception, real quick?
14 and 14.
Thank you. Bjorn, it's your turn.
All right. Can I sort of position myself anywhere I want on the ship, or am I way in the back?
You are way in the back.
All right. Well, get back to me 3 rounds from now when I'll be in the fight. Yeah.
I see what you mean. I mean, tell me what your intentions are. Let's work backwards from there.
I would like to be within 120 feet range so that I can cast a moonbeam on one of these clusters of dudes.
I mean,
but I'm about double that distance.
120 feet, so that's just right there. So you just gotta. I'm gonna say that you can make it up to here. You can make it within range because I get your meaning. You just gotta be right there.
All right, I'll just move myself up there, and then I would like to cast moonbeam.
Okay, they have to save, right?
Yeah, it's 10-foot diameter, so it's not the biggest thing in the world. So however many you think I could catch there.
You can catch
And
all of
it's-
them.
Hold on. Oh boy. It's
Close enough.
being very silly here. Con 13 save.
Okay, 6 of them fail.
Okay, they take 10 radiant damage.
You see this explosion of light. I'm going to see if I can do that. Oh, I can do that.
It's 40 feet
I'm going to
tall,
start
too.
doing
That's
that
pretty
for
impressive.
radiant damage like this. By the way, if I'm not mistaken, I think a skeleton is... Maybe it's a zombie. I think they might be... vulnerability, bludgeoning. Oh, okay. Well, anyways, nonetheless, 6 of them just outright explode.
And then the remainder take half that. Plus, if there happens to be any shape changers involved, they don't have a good time. But I assume there aren't.
Appreciate the reminder. 5, and then finally 6, and then you said the remainder take how much?
Half damage, so 5 radiant.
You guys have wiped out half the stern of the ship of these undead. And let's see. It is the other crew's turns. They all try to assemble around the remaining ballista to fire. The first mate orders someone to come up, and Edmund, you have command. Actually, you have command of him. So let's see. The first mate's gonna come up to fire it himself. 2 crew members, one over here. The other side of the ship can't really do it, so everybody else goes to the bow to try to shoot. They hit. They kill 2 of the skeletons.
Can I have these guys here in the back move to the rail?
Yeah. Which like just the
Yeah.
edge of the ship?
Yeah, to be prepared to repel boarders, because I assume the ships are going to get closer together.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. All right. Yeah, you do that. And let's see. They also have this thing. It's like a catapult, so they could also do that, and it's within range.
Oh, well, then, I guess how many do they need for that? 4.
Let's see. That requires 6.
So all the guys that I have plus me.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I've got. Yeah, can I just have them do that instead? I didn't realize we had that back there.
Sure.
And I
You
want to-
have control of them, and in fact, we can go ahead and
to
take your
aim-
turn. for next time.
Okay. Okay, on my turn. Okay.
No, I mean, you can go ahead and do it now since they're... Just to keep it simple.
Okay. All right.
Mangonel.
Yeah. Well, then I'm going to target the stern of this one, where this skull thing is. Can I
Right
see
there.
that?
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah.
It looks like a gigantic floating gnarly skull in the air.
All right. We're gonna target that. Let's see. Can I cast a branding smite on the ammunition?
What does that do?
It every time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, the weapon gleams with astral radiance. As you strike, the attack deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage to the target.
Sure.
Then it can't be invisible or anything like that.
All right. Yeah, it's not invisible.
All right. So that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. So it's called a mangonel. You would either do your ranged attack bonus, or you can use +5.
Let's see. My ranged attack is +6.
All right.
17.
17. It misses it, in fact. It simply dodges out of the way of this huge explosion as this flaming ball of radiant fire crashes into the deck. It kills 2 of the nearby sailors, skeletal sailors, though. And the ship is also damaged. Let's see, 30, 110 miles per hour, 50 hit points. Yep. And then it's their turn. To that as their mangonel is manned. Oof, the mangonel actually hits. Let's see. Is it? Oh, it's a single target actually. I'll do that right next time. It crashes into the ship, and the ship, a huge chunk blows out of the ship. Actually, I think I can do that. It looks like the Dragon's Call is in bad shape. Suddenly, you see 2 more black ships approaching the Dragon's Call on either side as well. Yep, and that makes it... let's see, can they do anything else? I think they can attempt to board, and that's what we're going to try to do. They fail, and that's all they got for this round, so that makes it Faith's turn.
Alright, I guess I'm just gonna cast Sacred Flame at their ship and hope for the best, because can't really do much from where I'm at.
Alright.
It's a Dex 15 save.
Who are you shooting at?
Just the ship.
Okay, yeah, let's see. AC 18. Alright, it fails. Roll for damage.
11 damage, radiant.
Oh my. You can actually see big chunks of their ship that appear to be like forming, like crumbling off finally. Let's see here. I'm going to do this. Their ship has been really badly damaged in places.
That's
Sails
it for my
in
turn.
bad
I'm
shape.
gonna go find out why the baby's screaming.
Okay. Such a good dad. Edmund.
I already had my turn. Unless that was
Thank
their
you.
turn.
No, good point. Set.
I am going to. Set is going to tell the two sailors next to him. Hey, that was a great shot. Now get her loaded, and we're gonna aim up at the catapult.
Aye, sir. And they load it in the rain, slipping around, but they get this massive bolt in, and they draw it back, and they turn it around for you, and you're able to fire.
You got it. Hold her steady. That was not fucking steady.
They did not steady it, in fact.
That was a 10.
It like flies wild up into the sky, and it's Randall's turn.
Okay. From where I'm standing, can I see the captain, the enemy captain?
You cannot. But
Can't.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I take that back. You can. It's underneath these sails. You can see him. He's just floating in the air, floating skull.
Let's see. That's a little. Oh, the floating skull is probably the captain.
Yep.
On the one hand, that's a little bit above my pay grade. On the other hand, I could probably board the enemy ship by swinging up by the sail, up on my sails to theirs.
It's worth noting that it's probably clear to Randall that the enemy ship looks like it's about to sink.
Fair enough. You said there are two other ships, though, right?
They are, and they're coming about and coming up on
Which
either
sides?
side. Both sides.
Okay. I think there's something wrong with roll 20 because it's. There it is. So that ship's about to sink. What if? Can I try to board one of the other ships then?
They're not close enough yet.
Fair enough.
I think you're in range to shoot one of these dudes.
I mean, yeah. That's pretty much the conclusion. For now, I guess I'm just gonna shoot one of those so they can't fire back or something.
Alrighty.
Sneak attack in. Oh, nat 20.
Alright.
Or
So you roll your dice twice.
Cool.
Damage
That's
dice.
gonna be 2 plus 3 plus 3 is 8 total.
8 damage. You kill him easily. He
Nice.
severs his spine and he falls over into a pile of bones. And it's Bjorn's turn.
Right. Well, this is all going to be Moonbeam Management. First of all, it still exists, and I assume those two dudes
my
are still
bad.
alive and in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a super powerful spell that is really growing on me.
I like it in World of Warcraft. Druid.
So yeah, they're in it, so they take damage, which I could roll if you want.
Yeah. I mean, no,
All right.
they're gonna die. I take your meaning.
Yeah. And then
yes.
I'd like to move it over to the ballistic team nearby.
You do that.
Those guys don't like that.
Do they have to make a save now? Whoops.
Yeah, con 13.
They all fail.
That is 8 radiant damage.
Let's see. They explode.
Also, I do not know if this is damaging the ship at all, but it is just like
That's
it
a good
basically
point.
causes everything in it to combust in radiant
Yeah,
fire.
this beam of heaven is raining down on the ship, and boards are being ripped up, and eventually you see like the ship is just ripped up by the hull, and eventually it just splits in two, the entire ship, and along the midship, and flips up and just sinks beneath the waves, and the waves increase in measure, and the ship is tossed really high into the waves, and you're all pinned against the deck, and all of a sudden there are tentacles as wide as the dragon's call the ship itself is. They erupt from the water, and they wrap around the other two black ships, and the two black ships just snap, and then and it like brings it, and the waves just press up against the dragon's call, and you're pressed up against the deck as the two black ships are brought under the waves. Let's see.
Always a bigger fish.
Always with you. Always this guy. I want to have like maybe like this one. And you see these things do that, and then there's breaking the clouds above the ship is impossibly a ship that's flying through the air, and it hovers just above the dragon's call, and a platform of energy extends down from its deck, and a figure appears. What is this? I mean, you know, we'll see. I won't speak to the leader of this party. You see this figure, it's got tentacles that come out of its face and that are twitching around, and the whole mouth appears to be tentacles, and there's some kind of, like, he's got a very nice actual, his suit is that of a sailor, but there's some sort of parasitic creature that is leeching off the edge of different parts of it.
I'm just gonna, out of habit, nudge Bjorn.
Bjorn immediately nudges back. It's you this time. I'm retired.
Oh shit, you're right. I remember now. Okay,
Oh,
yeah. I stepped
forgot
forward.
about that too. That's true.
Yeah, I'm just watching in stunned, just completely just gobsmacked, jaw on the floor.
I feel like Set would just like automatically start to run right at him, and then Faith would grab him maybe by his collar and say, "Whoa, whoa!"
Yeah,
whoa.
I'm seeing him like going into the air, going
Does sound
Smurf
like-
style.
The collar of what?
Let
his
me at him.
boot?
Let me at
Yeah,
him.
while
Let
I'm
me at
holding
him.
there with him swinging, I'm just gonna be like, go all Bill and Ted on him and just be like, "What's up, octopus dude?"
I quit.
All right, guys, see you next week.
Join instantly regrets.
Did we just win? Did we win Dungeons and Dragons?
I think we did. The goal of the game is to make the story end, and he can't go on without a DM.
Okay, meanwhile, back in this fantasy universe,
3
Look,
weeks later.
let's be serious. This is a serious scene, my octopus face man, okay? So, anyways, oh my gosh. You say that in character. My master is spiritual. He has purpose for you. 3 days and 3 nights. You'll be at the zenith of his throne, and a sacrifice will be made, and you will have an audience with my master.
Out of character, so what I'm hearing is the shortest, fastest path is not.
Are you the captain of your ship?
Yes.
The one that flies and is out of reach of the tentacles?
I am. I serve my master, Rulon.
Is it complicated to fly?
I like where this is
Oh
going.
no. Oh no.
You will not have that chance today.
Faith is picking
So you're
up on the
saying
hint,
there's a chance.
and
But someday, I look forward to it. And he steps back up on this energy field, and it just retracts with him in it. And
Shit.
the ship that's flying up above, just hovering, all of a sudden it dives into the water and sinks beneath the waves. And then your ship is left alone on the sea.
so we're not on his ship then. I thought he would been captured or something while I was dealing with the baby.
Oh, sorry, no.
No, we won.
Okay.
We won.
I was like, well, then I'm gonna cast hold person and go fly this guy's ship.
Yeah, no, a kraken destroyed the other two ships that were coming up on us, and then this guy appears out of nowhere and just
That's what the tentacles were. Okay. I
Yeah.
saw them going on, but I was dealing with that. She was unintentionally headbutted by her mother.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, so I thought somebody cut off a hand or something. That's what it sounded like.
Well, you're all,
Is that your first, Sean?
It's not mine. I'm single.
Okay. Okay.
It's like my 7th nephew/niece.
he's a good dude. That's
Oh.
all
I'm
there
just
is
not
to
usually
that.
around for the screaming. Is what it is.
I was just gonna say I've got 3. By that point, I'd just be like, it'll be all right.
Captain Shannara comes to you all, and she's like, "Is everyone all right in your crew?"
I mean, you guys. I'm just looking around at everybody over my shoulder. You guys okay? And none of you died, did you?
And there's a young man here. He's kind of short and scrawny. Sorry, this is him.
I put set down.
And way more nervous looking than the
The Captain Shannara looks at Randall and is like, "Who are you? I don't remember you being with this crew."
I kind of maybe don't know what.
Well, that is absolutely unacceptable. That's against our laws. And by the judgment of the sea, you may have brought this evil onto us.
I literally have no idea what just happened, to be honest.
Well, what are you doing here? I think they're all turned and facing you, like
Oh,
the
crap.
captain is standing.
I knew this was coming, but that does not make it easier. So okay. How do I even play this?
You say all this in character.
No, I don't. No, seriously. No. Oh, gosh.
Does somebody else say something?
Yeah.
If if he takes a second, Beard's going to say, well, Tentacle Face said something about a sacrifice. Do we want to tie this guy up to the anchor and, like, wait for the day?
No, I may shrug, but Faith is against that, because
Oh yeah.
Aren't you
sacrificial child.
Aren't y'all the good guys?
Yes.
I mean,
don't worry.
I'm a
yeah.
good guy.
If you had found
But
yourself on
that's
any
Ivar.
other, if you'd found yourself on any other ship in the seas, in the Devouring Sea, they likely would have just done. They would have done just that, but not aboard my vessel. Now, if you'll be aboard my vessel, and especially without cause or explanation, you'll get to work. It's good to see
that's
you
what
all well, Knights. And she turns on her heel and she storms off. What do you guys do?
I light incense and wave it around, all fancy like, while praying to my god.
All right.
Set wants to run
Randall.
after the captain.
All right, you run and you catch up to the. Kyle, remind me. Don't let me forget. Set, you run after the captain and you catch up to her.
Excuse me, Captain. Captain,
Yes, Set,
Yeah.
is it?
yes,
Well,
it is.
Knightmaster Set, it's a pleasure. It's good to see that you survived the attack.
Thank you. Set is okay. You can just call me Set.
Very well.
I just wanted to inquire about the ship. Did it survive the battle? Can it still travel? Do you need any assistance in any repairs?
We have been through a lot in these past 2 winters, but nothing like this. I've never seen anything like this in my 500 years. I don't know if we'll make it. And I'll just be honest with you. But yes, we'll take any help that we can get, and I appreciate it very much.
Okay, and Set would like to try to offer whatever he can do to assist.
All right. You follow her up onto the deck, and there are crewmen, and there are chunks of the ship that have been ripped out, and large pieces of wood, and they've brought out stacks of different wood and rope, and they're all and barrels of tar, and even in the rain, they're struggling to try to do any patchwork that's possible.
Men, you're doing a great job. Stick with it. Stay true. Stay tough. Keep at it. And then Seth's going to find a barrel to jump up onto and start meditating.
Make a persuasion check.
18.
18. They nod and they're like, ah, like that. They let out kind of like a masculine collective roar, and then they all get to work. And Edmund, I'm sorry, what were you gonna say, Kyle?
You are muted.
You're still muted. He might be doing something. Let's see. What else do you guys do?
Sorry.
Oh no, that's okay.
I wanted to ask Randall. The captain's gone. What are you doing here? And who are you?
I. Sorry, I'm not. I'm having. It's off. Apparently, it's an off night.
That's okay.
So. Randall just kind of. Randall Dunworth, sir. I on your quest.
So you're from
Oh, go ahead.
from the Vale? You're from the Vale, Randall?
I
He said I.
I was like, okay.
I thought he was saying I, like I
alright.
am.
Yeah, me too. All right. So you want to join our quest? How did you hear about the quest?
it was announced in public, wasn't it?
Quest
I
was
don't know
announced
that
in a
there's a
top
whole
secret
lot of-
security meeting.
He
Out of
heard-
character. Out of character. I'm deeply confused.
No, it's okay.
How the information was dispensed.
He heard, and he was there when the king was assassinated, and he heard in the public square as Undil cried for the quest to begin and for the two parties to depart. And Undil kind of let
Okay.
the secret mission slip, which is kind of terrible in a lot of ways. I think we'll probably hear about that later, but yeah.
In that case, Randall explains ends that in character.
So you decided to join our quest. Do you have family in the city?
Not in the city, no.
What can you bring to the table for our party?
So I'm really not good at this.
Well, you did manage to, and I think that this is this suddenly you get that feeling again. You realize that this person is like one of the first people in this whole thing since Edmund has went on this adventure that you haven't been able to find. Like it's the only one that's been able to out sneak Edmund so far.
Oh, so he was the Stow. Okay, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, you realize that now.
Yeah. Well, I noticed during the battle that you had done some work, gentlemen and lady.
Nice catch.
What do you think?
I'm just gonna like completely ignore the whole line of questioning and just like put my hand on his shoulder, uncomfortably, and cast Divine Sense.
You cast Divine Sense, and you don't sense anything. You sense a person.
But he doesn't have like evil motives or anything. Okay, then I'm just gonna like welcome aboard and just like walk away.
You say that. You all, and that happens for the next 3 days, Randall. They treat you like you were there the whole time, and they kind of.
And I think that Edmund would take him under his wing. He sees something from him. Randall can talk about his background at some point when he's ready.
Yeah, especially the ability to, like, it was almost like magic. You wonder if it maybe was, because you heard something behind a barrel and you checked and it was just wall. So that's something. Anyways,
yeah, like and basically, Randall's just completely like, just basically a total wreck because like this particular party is like the big deal time heroes, right? That I like.
The
and
second
like
big
the way,
deal. Yeah.
so, like right? It's based from his perspective. It's like meeting and hanging out with celebrities. So like, it's just really like, yeah, that's why he's all nervous and everything.
You work with the crew and everyone to try to patch the ship. It's not working. For the next 3 days and 3 nights, you're woken by waters crashing into the deck and the cabin. The tide must be even more forceful, and lightning and thunder have been streaking across the sky, and the weather's been getting worse. It's now reaching the bulk of the cabin, and pools of water are gathering in the lower deck. And then when you wake up one night in the night, you see that the tide is sloshing. The water is actually making it down into the cabin, and it's actually rising up to your bed. What do you do?
Oh yikes!
Is this like
Yes,
all of our beds? Like we're all in the same area? We're all dealing with this water?
Mm-hmm.
I cast Destroy Water.
Okay, you destroy the water in it for the next hour or two. There is not a ton of water, but eventually the tide returns and more water gathers. Is it a cantrip?
I cast Sacred Flame forward.
It is not a cantrip.
That sucks.
I have an idea, but I don't want to use all my spell slots. Can I get a paladin to help me out?
Sure, what you need.
If you can cast Shield of Faith on the big ol' holes in the hull, I'll destroy water again.
That lasts for a minute.
Yeah, it's probably not going to work.
And
Alright.
for other various technical reasons that might not quite pan out.
I love it though, but
I forgot because of how long he lets us use it.
I think there are spells that might work for this. Like I think maybe Fabricate or something.
Wait.
You know? But
Hold up, I've got a better idea. I go topside again. I point at the clouds and cast Destroy Water.
oh man, that's not going to work. I don't want you to lose your spell. for no
Okay, it was
reason.
worth a shot.
Yeah, no, it's the destroy water thing is cool.
Science!
Are the clouds 30 feet?
Huh?
If the clouds were at 30 feet,
When you go up to the top deck, Faith, you see that the ship is in utter chaos, and the tides have risen far above the ship, and the captain is on the deck screaming for the sails to be furled and cut, and the first mate is at the helm fighting the waves in the water to right the ship, and everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
18.
Oof.
Dirty 20.
18.
12.
12.
I got a 5, but if any crew members happen to be near me, they get a +2. So, you know, I'm doing something.
Set is near you, so you manage to help him, but you slam back against the deck. You take 2 points of crushing damage, and the ship is listing and tilting. The waves are raising it up, and Faith on the deck, when you look down, you can actually see dozens of feet of wave that it's on the bow end of, and the ship feels like it's about to tilt over at any moment. Everyone make another dexterity saving throw.
Oof.
Natural
18
1
again.
20.
for a total of 6.
Oh god.
Randall, this time though you're not so lucky, and you go cartwheeling down across the ship, and you crack your head against the bulk. You take
Can I cast shield to mitigate this?
does shield work for that?
It's AC.
Yeah.
That's why I'm phrasing it as a question.
Oh, I appreciate it. You take 3 points of crushing damage. Did anyone else get below a 15?
Oh, I got a 13.
So shield doesn't apply.
You take... No, it doesn't. You take another 2 points of crushing damage, Bjorn.
Ow. Hey, did we long rest since the previous encounter?
Yes.
Oh, hey, nice.
Anybody else get below 15? Alright, the ship is tossed high up into the air, and finally the entire ship capsizes in full despite its mighty width. Flips over and tumbles beneath the waves. You find yourself descending further and further down and down into darkness.
Are we dead? Are we dying?
Well,
we
it was
need
fun,
to-
guys.
Well, see y'all for the next campaign with my next character.
Yeah, that was great.
Wait, are we literally dying?
I
Oh,
think
okay,
he's fucking
so
with us.
we didn't win D&D.
What?
Right?
So wait, Kevin's like, wait, so we didn't win D&D, or we did, or...
I don't know if he's fucking with us or we're all dead right now. I can't decide.
I regret not
Oh.
stealing that flying ship when we had the chance. I should have gone for it.
Does anyone have...
Hey, he's changing scenes again.
does anyone not have dark vision?
Doesn't
I
matter
not have
because
dark
my head
vision.
is giving off 30 feet of light,
Or
so...
do you put on your helmet?
Yeah, it was
Does
on
he
since
take
the
it
battle.
off?
After the battle, I did not take it off.
Faith is the most insufferable person to be near, I feel like. I imagine Faith
Only if
never
you're
takes
trying
it
to
off.
rest.
Or C.
Wait,
That just
so
gets annoying after a while.
Okay.
so she wears a glowing helmet to
Technically, it's
bed.
dim light.
I'm
yeah.
going to put you to all players controlled by, if you can put the radius on there, Sean.
I don't even see where I'm at on the map right now.
I'm about
It's
to
just
fix
black.
that. You guys are in the southwestern corner of the map. You can see lots of stuff with that helm. So,
Zoom in here. 30 feet. There you go.
alright, I'm going to reveal everything within that area. You just got to be patient with me. But it's going to be like in a square, too. Okay, so,
You know, you might want to hover on reveal and see if it gives you alternate shapes. Because it'll tell you like quick keys for making different shapes on stuff sometimes.
yeah, I try. Well, I'll tell you later.
Okay, so what's the deal with breathing? Like, because Randall's going to be like clutching at his throat and holding his breath, assuming that he can't breathe, even holding as long as possible.
Right. Yeah, you do that, and eventually, you eventually get air hunger, and you have to gasp for breath. And when you do, you notice that it's just air. When you wake up, you find yourself surrounded by darkness. I'm sorry. Faith puts her helmet on. No. This is a sequence of events. You find yourself surrounded by darkness, and then all of a sudden, bright light just erupts, and you see Faith there, and you look around and you see a cavern space. It's perfectly well lit within 30 feet or whatever the heck this is. And
Technically dim light.
well, that's stupid. I don't think it's dim. I think it's bright.
Okay.
I'll
take it.
You can hear rushing water and the sounds of a cave and water dripping, and the crumbling of dirt along walls, and you hear what must be voices echoing and inhuman, slapping tongues and inhuman speech off in the distance.
I go ahead and draw my 2 daggers.
Let's see, I'm gonna do.
This is the danger zone.
You can already see their bodies here as well, that you can see on the ground. What do you all do?
Do any of the sounds happen to be celestial or infernal? Because I speak those.
They are not.
Okay.
They have a sort of slurping, slapping, wet quality to them, and guttural, like.
Does anyone speak Marquesian? Because I'm guessing it's probably that.
Marquesian?
I think that's fish language.
It's probably deep speech.
Probably.
It's where the
Sounds
deep,
like Cthulhu.
and that's speak.
You guys gonna kind of hang out here? Is this where the cool people hang out?
I'm gonna just start heading this way, not the
I'm
direction
just-
of the bodies.
I'm gonna stick close behind Faith because I do not want to be anywhere near the edge of edge of that light radius.
Yeah, I'm gonna move slowly to make sure nobody gets left behind if I can.
As you approach right there, Faith, you see a light,
Ruh-roh.
and you definitely see like light flickering ahead. And let me.
He's trying very hard not to reveal too much.
Yeah, don't move any further, or else things will happen. And I just want to let you know before they do. Yeah, so you see a light flickering. Looks like there's something lit up ahead. What do you do?
I nudge one of the stealthy characters, either the monk or the new guy. It looks like Set is volunteering, so yeah, I send Set and stay still.
Yeah, I'd like to see if I can't creep up right around in here. I assume this is a wall or something right here.
Sure, make a stealth check.
Lost someone.
25.
You're certain that you're hidden in shadow, even though there's this bright light that's like beaming this way. It's casting shadows this way, so you're able to like use that to your advantage with the flickering of firelight and like the shadows that you can see also over here. You time it with the sounds, and you're able to move along the wall. Make a perception check.
Uh, 21.
21 gets you a lot. You hear precisely 6 different voices of slurping, guttural, slapping, wet noises like that, and you hear clinking, and you actually see one come into view. It reveals itself. You see I have to change this because there we go. And it gathers, it bends over, and there's a bunch of coins here, a bunch of gold coins, and it scoops them up in its thin, fishy hands. And then it like turns back, and you can actually hear like clinking as something is being tossed against pieces of metal. That's what you hear and see.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the group and tell everybody what I saw and heard.
Yikes.
Aside from these two guys, we're not the stealthiest crew, so should we just charge in there like crazy people?
I don't think
Kind
we
of in a
wanna go
smiting
there and
mood.
Talk.
Maybe send us stealthy guys up ahead at first, so we can get we can get better positioned.
Sure. Let those two guys go first, and then we'll charge in there like crazy people.
Randall, you say that in character, and then
Yes,
Faith like
definitely.
looks at you and is like, "Sure," and like nudges you forward. Thanks for
Yeah, I
volunteering.
did.
No,
that.
wait.
I did
No,
mean to say
wait,
that.
wait, you guy. Wait, you stand right here. That would like to maybe try to go back this way.
Huh?
Because again,
What?
I assume this is a wall.
Yeah.
Alright. I'd like to maybe walk around this way. Now, I want Faith to stand over there. Don't keep me in the light. I want to see if I can get out of the light. But go right back up where you was at. Then basically, if I sneak over here, can I come up to here and see anything?
Do you have dark vision?
Well, what? I most certainly do not.
You cannot see.
Then I can only see what the light shows.
Right.
Alright, then I'm gonna...
But he's looking into the lit part.
Yeah, but it doesn't shine light around corners.
Wasn't there a light coming from that direction too?
Yeah.
Well,
Wasn't
yeah,
there light
he's up here.
flickering?
This is
I
the
agree- I
direction
agree.
he's looking.
That's a good point, and I agree with that. So with the light, you can actually see directly around the light.
I also kind of edge around.
Make a stealth check.
7.
They see you and they're immediately startled, and then like they rush towards you all.
Oh, great. Sorry, guys.
All right, I think I can save him though if we're in initiative order now.
That makes it Faith's turn.
Wait, is that a fish guy right on me?
Not yet.
No, that's one of our guys just like stepped on you for a
Oh.
second there.
Oh,
I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Misty Step, and just straight up get right here,
All right.
because, I'm awesome like that.
Yeah.
And do I see anything in these black parts?
Yeah. Let me reveal everything you would see now.
Alright, that guy's in 5 feet. I mean, that's melee range, right? I'm going to swipe at him with my longsword, that closest one there.
Go for it.
Do a 7 and a 14 hit.
14 hits.
Well, 1 for 2 ain't bad. That is 13 damage.
All right. You do 13 damage. Yep. And the blade strikes into its flesh, and it's almost like trying to fillet a fish. You hear like a and you take it back out, and it just like shudders and makes like a croaking noise.
Gross. That's it for my turn.
All right, that makes it Edmund's turn. Can you hear me, Kyle?
I was muted.
Oh,
I'm gonna move up and attack this guy.
all right.
Nine.
Um,
I'll use.
9. It does not hit.
All right, I'm gonna use my extra attack. 19.
19 does hit.
All right, 10 damage,
You do 10 damage.
and I'm gonna use my bonus attack on this one.
Alrighty.
And then that misses.
Alright, misses. And that makes it Seth's turn.
Alright, Seth would like to run right up to about here and attack that one right in front of him.
Alright.
Yeah, that would be 11. Hit.
11 misses. Actually, no, yeah, I'm
And-
sorry. This time 11 hits. Alright, I read something wrong.
Oh, okay. And that has 9 damage.
You do 9 damage.
Does that take him out?
It
Or
does
no?
not.
Okay. Alright, then I'm gonna do my unarmed attack. That is a nat 1, but I get to re-roll my 1
Nice.
because I'm a kick-ass half. And that gives me a 2. So, how about a 9 to hit?
Making progress.
Fucking thing.
It does not hit. Randall.
Okay, so it looks like all the clarifying question: Are we swimming or is this a pocket of air?
You that's not clear to you, but as far as you can tell, looking around, this looks like just a cavern.
No, but we would be able to tell if we're swimming based on the thickness of the water.
No,
If
no.
we're surrounded by water.
I'm sorry. Let me clarify. It appears to you like you're just walking around like it's just a normal cavern. It's not underwater as far as you can tell.
Okay, so
In fact, it seems to you
so,
like parts
so
of
3D
it.
movement rules operate like on the surface.
Yeah, it seems to you as you're walking around that parts of it even seem dry.
Okay. The question was specifically
It's just normal. It's just normal.
of effectiveness of ranged weapons or fire attacks.
Mhm.
In that case, this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm charging at him with my 2 daggers, and since I got since there's some guys adjacent to him, I can sneak attack if either of these hit. Does 14 and dirty 20 hit?
They do.
Both of them hit?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That's... Let's see, 4, 7... 11 points of damage.
You do 11 points of damage. You slice
Between
into it, and
with just charging and just stabbing stabbing him with both at once.
you do that. In the outer portion, you feel the wet slipperiness of a fish's skin, but then also the scaly, bony inner part that's sort of crunchy. Like as you dig your daggers in, it just looks up at you, and you can't even tell any emotion from its eyes that just look at you from the side. And it's Bjorn's turn.
Okay, I can play. I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good,
All right.
which may or may not matter. And then I would like to run right into the middle of this cluster of guys.
All right.
And that's going to be my turn.
Okay. The first thing you see them do is one raises its staff near the fire as the firelight flickers around it, and you're all like slicing and dicing at these things, and it raises its staff. It's this thing that's bent and gnarled around and made of vine, and it's got shards sticking around it, and it goes. And they all, like, you hear all of them begin to echo in unison in that, and an energy surrounds them, and light, a sort of strange etherealness like appears in the air, and then they all strike at Bjorn because he's right in the middle of them.
Are they, by chance, aberrations?
They are not.
Drat. I miscalculated.
Yikes.
Are you a medium or smaller creature?
I am a medium or smaller creature.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Could you stop asking me that? I don't. It doesn't pan out.
Sad plate mail noises.
That was a 6.
You are grappled by the staff that digs into your flesh. You take 10. Let's see. So that's not too bad. 3 hits, so 10 plus multi-attack. 10, 20 points of piercing damage. And then it has one more it can do. It manages to hit one time. One of them does. You take another 4 points of piercing damage. Is like scaly teeth just like into your armor, and like deadened eyes just look off to the side as it's chewed into you. And these things are like all on you, and one of the staffs is stuck on you, and they're just everywhere. And then one is going to attack Set. And they fail to hit Set, and that makes it Faith's turn.
But what about ready and go? If I move but don't move out of range, do I still get hit with an opportunity attack?
If if you... I don't think you're within its range. I think you can move right now.
Well, this one is within 5 feet because I was able to attack it.
Oh, my bad.
I was measuring it.
Oh, my bad.
But like, if I just move up here to change my line of sight, I'm still in range. So
Yes,
would that
sir.
be an opportunity?
You have to leave its range. You're correct. I'm switching
Okay.
to raw, by the way, everybody, so I don't do line of sight and opportunity attacks. You have to.
Oh, you
leave.
don't? Oh, then I'm just gonna stay where I was.
Yeah, you don't even have to have line of sight. You have to be able to see the target. That's what the rule is. So.
All right, I'm gonna cast Toll of the Dead on the one with 2 dots, which is a 15 Wisdom save.
Passes.
Damn. Then I do nothing, I think.
All right.
Yeah, do nothing.
Edmund.
All right. Edmund is going to attack the one in front of him again. 19
It hits.
and 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. You do 13 points of damage.
All right, and then I'm going to hit him with the extra attack.
Are you talking about this one, or are you talking about this one?
The other one, that one.
This one?
Oh,
No, this one.
1 dot or 2 dots?
this one.
Okay. Gotcha.
1 dot.
Okay.
Same guy. Nat 20.
All right. Critical hit.
So I've never done a critical hit since we've messed around or changed the rules. So
Yeah, so I switched everything to raw. I apologize, I've removed all my house rolls, so that means that
that's fine.
you don't have to roll twice now. You just double your dice. So if you did 2d6 plus 4, you now do 4d6 plus 4, or whatever it is.
Okay. Then in that case, I've got 15 damage.
You do 15 damage. All right.
These things are tough, huh?
Yeah, like you're hacking into
Um,
them, and they just like it almost smells and feels like hacking fish at a fishmongery, and they just look at you with dead in the eyes, like.
Jeez. All right, I'm going to use my a cunning action to disengage. Go
Okay,
here.
cool. Set.
Alright, so I'm gonna just start trying to wail on that one in front of him with the 2 dots. And 17,
Hits.
6 points of damage.
Okay.
And if he's still up, probably is. Take it again. Yeah, that's a 25.
Hits.
And ooh, that's a 9. Wait a minute.
All right, 9 points of damage.
Yep. That's it.
All right. And let's see, that's Randall's turn.
Not much to do except stab twice again. I'm gonna get sneak attack with that again. So
Okay, yeah.
attack main hand, 23 is his hit AC.
It hits.
Okay, so sneak attack gonna be 5 plus 6 is 11 points of damage on the first attack, and then second attack with the offhand weapon, 15 versus AC.
It hits.
That's another 5. That's gonna be another 3 points of damage. So between both hits, it's a total of 14 damage.
Describe your kill.
I describe the kill. Just kind of plunging the knives back into the already open wound. Unzen just ripping down.
As you do that, you rip down, and like the fish like looks at you as you're ripping it, like that, and it just looks at you, and like you rip down, and it just keeps looking at you, and it stops making noise, but it's still just looking at you.
That is so creepy. Randall is very unsettled.
And It's Bjorn's turn. I need to lighten up on the flavor text.
No, it's great. I love it.
Well, let's see. First of all, can you clarify for me what status effects are going on with me? Something happened to someone did something.
You are currently in the grappled condition, which on your turn I believe you can make a saving throw, strength saving throw to get out of.
Is that automatic, or do I need to expend my action to do it?
I don't believe you have to expend your action. I think you might have to do it at the end of your turn, and it depends on the ability. I'm sorry, let me look real quick.
I'm okay with that. It shouldn't affect anything if it's at the start or end of my turn. I'm not going anywhere.
Interestingly, it does not provide you the option to escape. I'm sorry, no, it says escape DC 14. I'm just going to simply rule that you can do it at the beginning of your turn.
Okay, so that's a strength or dexterity?
Strength saving throw.
Oh boy, that's... Never mind. That didn't go great. So that didn't pan out.
All right. You're still grappled, and I believe in the grappled condition, I believe your movement goes to 0, but I think you can still attack.
Yeah, do enemies have advantage on attacks against me? With grappled? I have it right here. No, it doesn't appear so. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself with my bonus action. Oh, that was odd.
Shield of Faith, okay.
And I'll then, with my action, lay on hands myself back to full. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Your speed becomes 0.
Is that the one?
And that's it. So it's just that and they actually don't have advantage on you, so I will not be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, that makes it their turn. Nat 20, and the rest of them miss, and the rest dead. I felt like I had more, but where are they? No, there it is. Okay, more, and he hits. So, let's see.
Against a 23 AC?
+4, one of them misses. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate that. The Nat 20 hits, and that is a 10. Does 10 points of piercing damage. Wait. Yes. No, I'm not going to roll it that way. So he's using his pincer staff, so he can't use it again. So it actually would be the 4 points of piercing damage. Plus they all have multi-attack. But they're not able to overcome your AC. So you just take the 4 points of piercing damage out of all those attacks.
Alright.
And that makes it Faith's turn.
Absolutely taking.
He's tough.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna charge up in here.
That's why I'm not too apologetic about the dexterity saving throws, because those ACs
Yeah, no.
in the
Yeah.
all AC party, that's one thing they can do.
Yeah.
Well,
Row of
I've got low
enemy
AC but a
attacks.
high dex save, so
We
balances
are a
out.
wall of steel.
Yes.
I'm gonna attack this bottom one here with my attacks.
All right.
Holy shit! Oh! Do a 25 and a 25 hit?
They do. Are they nat 20s?
No, they're dirty 20s, but
Oh,
it was
that's
two
good.
19s plus 6 on each.
Yeah, they definitely hit.
And then I'm gonna Divine Smite to each because it's a special. It doesn't use any actions or bonus actions. So that'll be...
Dang.
They're not weak to Radiant, are they?
Are you doing this one?
Yeah.
Let me make sure. They are not weak to radiant now.
Okay, that'll be 4d8 Radiant in addition to my actual attack. I just got expensive spell slots for it. Okay.
Paladins
So
are
that's-
overpowered.
Holy crap.
They
I
do.
know,
They
right?
do one thing
24.
well. They are a hammer, and everything is a nail.
That's not true. They do everything well. That's why they're overpowered.
Okay, that'll be 40 total damage, including 16 Radiant.
You strike with divine smite with your blade, bringing down your holy sword and igniting this fish with 40 radiant damage, and you hack off an entire half of its body, it hacks off, and you can actually see its beating heart that's been sliced partially in half, still beating, and it looks down at it. And then it looks
40
back up at you,
0.
and then it just like keeps trying to hit you. You definitely took its attention off Bjorn.
Wait, it's still alive?
It is still alive.
Holy shit!
But you hacked off half of its body.
Yes.
Yeah, it
I
cleaved it in
don't
twain.
like that.
It looks like the Black Knight right now. 'Tis a scratch! I'll nibble your ankles!
Edmund.
Alright. Edmund's going to attack the guy by the fire.
Okay.
Nat 20.
That hits.
What?
Yeah. 15 points of damage.
Alright, let's see. 15 points of damage. Okay.
I'm gonna attack him again. I swear, another nat 20.
Oh, wow.
I
Nice.
swear. I swear.
That's awesome.
And that's 17 points of damage.
17 is 32. You do that.
And then I'm gonna hit with my I hit it with the second one, a divine smite.
Alright.
Is that 2d8, Sean? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for a level 1 spell slot, it'll add 2d8 radiant.
I have level 2, so is it?
Level 2 spell slot will be 3d8, I believe.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna go with 2. That's an extra 10 points of radiant damage.
Alright. You do that.
And then I'm going to hit him with my bonus action for 17.
17 to hit, or 17 to hit?
Yeah, to hit.
It hits.
18 to hit, sorry. And then another 5 points of damage.
Alright, do 5 points of damage.
Yeah.
Alright. Anything else?
Nope. He's still not dead.
Set.
Alright, what one has Bjorn? This one right here?
Yes.
That's the one that's grappling him.
Yeah.
Alright, then I'd like to move up to here if I could.
Alright.
And I want to, not move faith, to try to, well, I'm just going to go all out on first attack. 22.
Hits.
Oh, that's nice. With 12 damage. No, I'm sorry, 10. 10
damage. Alright, you do 10 damage.
And then I am going to spend a key point, and I'm going to do a flurry of blows on him.
Alright.
Which is going to give me attack. And one is a 19, and the other one is a 6 to hit.
19 hits.
16 misses.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said 6. 16 hits.
Yeah, no, yeah, 19 and a 6. Alright, so damn that. Shit. Yeah, that would be 5, 10.
Alright, you do
10
10 points of damage.
Alright, and then with that flurry of blow, do open hand technique on his ass.
Alright.
And what I want to try to do is it's a strength saving throw, DC 12. I want to try to...
He fails, he gets a nat 1.
Alright, excellent. Then what I did is I can push him up to 15 feet.
You do the monk thing and you strike him several times and you come around and kick him and it like knocks him away from his pincer staff, and he goes flying across the floor. The pincer staff is still stuck in Bjorn's armor.
I wanted to try to kick him right into that fire.
Oh.
Good.
You do that. Let's see here. He fails the save, and he also ignites on fire, taking 5 damage.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, and let's see.
Oh, sorry. That guy, the one that just jumped into
you
the
also
flame.
entered your range. Yeah, you can do your opportunity attack as well.
Miss.
All right, let's see. Randall.
Okay, so Randall, I'm going. Wait. The guy Faith's boat is still alive, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So what Randall's gonna do is he's gonna sneak around and just like basically go for a finishing blow.
Okay.
Okay, so main hand dagger does 8 beat its AC.
No.
Okay, offhand dagger. Is there any advantage since it's like missing half its body?
No.
Okay, just checking. Does 12 beat its AC?
No.
Ah well, it was worth a shot.
All right, Bjorn.
All right, I think I'll throw an attack back at that one. The aforementioned almost dead guy
All right.
with my battle axe. I will attack him a second time. I'm just glad to be here.
Okay. Let's see. It's their turn. Edmund, you already used your reaction on this turn. So they are all able to... Let me make sure this one is not within 5 feet. That one's within 5 feet. Bjorn, you can use your opportunity attack. They are fleeing. And they're dashing away.
Oh, I'll give it a try. Oh, that went better. That's a 17 to hit.
It hits.
All right. Who am I hitting? Is it 4 dot or 2 dot?
4 dot.
All right. I'll let that go then. 9 damage with the magical weapon.
You slice it across the back, and it tumbles and cracks and tumbles through the fire and out the other end, taking a bunch of embers with it. Its dead body slides across the floor. Its friend runs away into the dark, and the remaining 2 are fighting for their life, stuck amongst all of you. One of them hits Faith for 4 points of piercing damage, and the other one is not able to hit. And
I want to react to the one that hit me.
okay,
I strike out at it with Hellish Rebuke.
all right.
It's a 13 dex save.
It fails.
27 fire damage.
27 fire damage. You strike it back with Hellish Rebuke, and it ignites in flame, and it just slumps over to the ground, charred mass. You smell the smell of cooking fish as it still is on flame and fire as it lay there, and that makes it. I don't even know. Faith. You already.
It's Faith's turn.
Yeah, Faith.
Yeah, I go after the fish people go.
Okay.
That was a reaction.
All right.
So, just gonna lash out at this last fish man with my sword.
All right.
Holy shit! Okay, that's a nat 20 and so it's a 26 with a nat 20 and a dirty 22.
What's the first one? Sorry.
A nat 20 with that total 26
Okay.
to hit.
All right. So roll damage for everything.
It'll be a grand total of 30 slashing damage.
You instantly you ignite that one in flame, and then you just come around and just swing and chop the other one's head off, and it just goes rolling across the floor. It slumps over dead.
Hooray!
Does anyone want to take any actions right now?
Do we want to chase after that dude?
Yeah, Set turns to Faith and yells to him, "You want me to go after that one?"
Ah, shit, I didn't see which way it went. I wasn't paying attention.
East.
I believe it went this way.
Alright, yeah, let's go get that one and we'll come back for the treasure later. Try not to leave any in the dark here.
Set
Yeah.
takes off.
I'm actually gonna kind of.
I think everyone's starting to learn how my dungeons go. Leave no one alive. Don't leave any survivors.
Can I actually go ahead and
Everyone's
shoot? Can I actually go ahead and shoot one of my fire bolts at this guy?
Well, I'm going to say that you all make it up. You're back in combat again. Okay, so it's Faith's turn.
Okay. Well, then I'm just gonna finish off my movement and like get here, and then I want to use my bonus action to shield slam him this direction into the wall.
All right.
Oh, there's another guy over there. Oh,
Two
crap,
of them.
more.
So you just...
Yeah.
What does that do?
It just shoves him away from me. I'm just kind of hoping going into the wall will hurt him.
I'm going to see if it does. It does. He takes 5 crushing damage.
Every little bit. That's the end of my turn.
All right. Edmund?
Edmund comes around and attacks this guy. Dirty 20
Hits.
and a nat 8. Well, it's a 26. So, we got 11 and 16 points of damage.
You kill him. You slice him across the back and he falls over dead.
And I'm going to take my cunning action to hide behind this rock.
All right. Just to be clear, you're back on your turn order, so you have reactions again, just in case this comes up. Let's see. So Edmund says Set.
All right.
can see that
Set
so far.
is going to. Now, Set wants to. I'm gonna run right up in here and attack this. Uh, 13.
Let's see. 13 hits.
Oh, 10 damage.
All right. 10 damage.
And I will take unarmed strike. That is, yes, 26 to hit,
Hits.
and that is 7 points of damage.
You do 7 points of damage.
And then I think I can spend a key point and take the patient defense, I think it's called.
All right.
Spend a key point and take the dodge action as a that's a bonus action, but I already used bonus action, right?
Yes. Thank you.
So I can't do any.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, then that's the end of my turn.
All right. Randall.
I think I need. I'm getting the feeling this is going to be kind of a run and gun type of dungeon crawl, so I'm going to spend this turn just sheathing my daggers and drawing my rapier.
Okay.
I think because sheathing weapons takes a full action.
Well, if you draw your rapier, yes, but you can still move and talk and interact with an object if you want. And you're also a rogue, so you also have the whatever that thing is called, where you can dash.
Cunning action doesn't kick in until level 2.
Oh, my bad. Okay, I thought it was level 1. Okay.
But
You
yeah,
have sneak
well.
attack
I guess I
level
can
1,
just
that's what it
sheath.
is.
I guess I can just sheath my daggers and then run up here and just wait for until the next round.
Okay. You can still draw your rapier if you like.
Okay, I'll draw it.
Alright, Bjorn.
Alright. I can move to approximately exactly here. Am I close enough to attack them?
Well, let's see.
Or one at least.
Nope.
Alright, in that case, I will dash in betwixt them and end my turn.
Nice. They're dumb enough to where they're gonna... All of a sudden you see them like light up with this magical energy and they turn to attack Bjorn, or try to. Alright, make a dexterity saving throw.
That would be a 9.
You are grappled and you take 5 points of piercing damage. The other hits don't land though, and it's Faith's turn.
Alright, I'm going to stow my longsword and pull out my Morning Star and see if piercing damage is more effective against these things, but I think that takes up most of my action economy, correct?
It takes up your action if you stow and then draw.
Okay, so I'm going to use my action to do that, but then I'm going to charge up here, and I'm going to try to slam this guy into this wall with my bonus action.
Okay, is it automatic?
It's just a thing that takes a bonus action. I mean, I think I have to say I want to do it.
Okay.
I have to literally like hit him with my shield is what I'm doing.
I just didn't know if he had an option then after you do it, but he slams into the wall, but he doesn't get hurt. He does move set. He does move out of Set and Bjorn's attack range, leaving both of them to be able to do an opportunity attack. However,
You're welcome.
all right.
10.
Nope. And Bjorn, you didn't get anything.
I did attempt to, but that didn't quite pan out.
All right, Edmund. Oh, you're muted.
I was about to say, I think he's muted.
I moved up and attacked the one on the wall.
All right.
I got a nat 20, a nat 20 on my first roll.
Oh man.
No kidding. No kidding. I guess I'm making up for
I mean,
for Bjorn's lack of
I would just stick with these dice.
yeah.
Let's just stick with this.
So it's 15 damage for that one, and then I got a 17 on the other one on my extra attack,
17 hits.
and 11 points of damage.
It's terrified. It looks like it's going to run off now, and that makes it.
Except I've got an opportunity attack on him,
Yeah.
and that is 15.
Oh, he doesn't run off yet, but you can hold the 15.
No, I'm saying is I have an opportunity, not an opportunity, but a bonus attack.
Ah, okay, 15 hits.
Yeah. And 5 points of damage.
All right, 5 points of damage. And Set.
Is going to run up to him and start slapping him against the wall.
All right.
First one will be 24 to hit
It hits.
with 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay.
And oh shit, the next one is 9.
Misses.
That's it.
All right. Set and Bjorn, I believe. Don't let me forget that. Well, no, that was your turn. So now you get a reaction again, as I recall. I think it's by turn order. So that's how I'm going to roll it this time. And then somebody let me know if I'm wrong. But that means that Set and Bjorn and Edmund all have your reactions back, and that makes it Randall's turn.
Okay, so Randall is going to run around this side and stab this guy with his rapier. Is that gonna is
All right, roll the hit.
11?
It misses.
Sad. Okay. That's the end of that then.
But does he have advantage on that?
I can use sneak attack with the flanking thing because that's in the text of the feature, but that's not the same thing as having.
Okay.
At level 2, you can start trying to hide each time, and then you'll have advantage. But
That'll be fun.
yeah, I love rogues. They're my favorite. Bjorn.
All right. I would like to shove the fish person next to me.
Okay, make a strength check.
Yes, according to, I was looking over this thing in D&D Beyond. So yes, I make a strength athletics check contested by their athletics or acrobatics, a choice thereof, I assume.
Make a
So
strength
here's
check.
an athletics check, which is a 13.
All right, it fails. It's pushed.
I knock it prone.
All right, you do that. It's prone, knocked prone.
Then I'll have advantage on my next attack against it, assuming it doesn't stand up.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to stand up immediately after my turn, which isn't during my turn, so I attack it with advantage.
Wait,
And
doesn't shove take up an action though?
No, if you have, it replaces your attack. I'm just reading it. Shove replaces your attack. If you have multiple attacks, it replaces one of them.
Yeah, if you have more than one attack,
And
I'm
I have
down with
2
that.
attacks.
Sounds good.
So
why wouldn't you
I'm
just
now
Attack
going
with
to attack.
attack twice.
All right.
And get to it. Instead of attacking once with advantage,
Don't
why not just
stop,
attack
Eric.
twice? And
Stop.
Because
Well,
he
there-
could miss
Damage
twice or
twice.
for sure
Stop.
hit once.
Everyone stop. We're gonna talk about it after.
Actually, because I
Everyone
presume it's
stop,
going-
or I'm gonna mute everyone. Caleb, it is
Okay.
your turn, and you have knocked
Well,
this thing down.
that was a 2 and
You
a
got
nat 20.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
So now it's a fancy critical hit button. That's a 15 damage.
Okay, you do 15 damage. And let's see, and it's still knocked prone, and that makes it its turn. They are all terrified. One of them tries to run. That means, Set, you get an opportunity attack on it.
So do I. It's still in my range.
You do as well,
19.
that's right.
Shit. 5 damage.
5 damage? Okay. 19 hits.
I missed.
Alright. Let's see. It's in really bad shape, but it's able to run off into the darkness. And let's see, the other one's also going to run. That gives Randall so it uses half of its movement to get up, I
Mhm.
believe. And
You see, my brilliance is coming in. That was the plan.
So I can't run as far.
yeah, that's
Yep.
right. And then it gets, and let me fix Faith's light because she's this far now. It gets that far, and then stops. And also, Randall and Bjorn, you get an opportunity attack.
Ooh, nice. 17.
It hits.
15.
Nice.
15 hits.
Total
And
of 5 damage, piercing.
All right.
You should also get sneak attack.
I wouldn't have advantage on an opportunity attack. Wait, no, it would no,
I'm
but
next to it.
oh, true. Okay, nice. Thanks for pointing that out. Oh, that's another 6 damage, so a total of 11 on that.
All right. 26, all right.
And I'm gonna pump a divine smite into this in addition to, let me roll a damage dice here. 7 whatever damage.
All right. You do.
And-
All right. Sorry.
9 divine smite damage.
On top of that.
Yep.
All right.
So that's 16
More
total for me.
damage, and this damage, and that damage, and that damage, and all paladin just nuke party. Okay, it takes a crap ton of damage. It's still alive because we're into CR3 and 4 monsters and stuff as mobs now. Let's see. It is their turn. Wait, no, it's not their turn. Those were just reactions. It's Faith's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna just barely move a little bit.
All right.
And on this one survivor, I'm going to cast Hold Person, which is a Wisdom 13 save.
Fails.
Alright, it's paralyzed.
This one or which one? There's two.
The one that was trying to run away. I didn't realize we just unveiled another one. Damn. Yeah, the one that's close by is paralyzed.
All right. Paralyzed.
I was trying to stop it from doing exactly what it's doing, running up there.
All right.
Damage does not disrupt it, so I'm just sitting there concentrating, and I'm waiting for my party to go kill it.
Sith,
turn over.
Sith chokehold. Got it. Edmund.
All right. Well, Edmund is happy to oblige. Which one are you holding? The one that's closest? Correct. Listen. The one you're holding. All right. Then I'm going to use the murder dice. Holy shit! I would show it to you.
It might be something with the dice, but I don't care. Like,
Hey, what's to Edmund's reach?
well,
10.
he's got a polearm. He's a polearm.
Ah,
master.
that explains it. Okay,
Yeah.
just yeah. Okay,
Sorry.
cool.
That's cool.
But I've been using the same dice the whole time.
I had a set of sixes for Monster of the Week, and I would get a 6 on it every time. It was uncanny.
Yeah.
It was like, what the hell? I told Joel, I was like, all right, I'll switch them out, man. I'm sorry. like the whole session, like 6 or 7 times in a row, I got 6s on it. Anyways, sometimes it just pans out that way.
All right. So my modifier only applies once, correct? For damage.
Oh, right. Yeah, so you just roll the dice twice. Yeah.
Okay, then I've got 11 damage there,
All right.
and then my bonus attack on that, was a 16, so
Hits.
should be 5 damage.
All right. 7. All right. Let's see. Set.
Alright, Set is running right up to this one. Now this one, I can pass by this one here, but he's paralyzed, so he don't get no attack, right?
I would say
Correct.
that.
He's not paralyzed anymore.
No, he's still
After I hit
paralyzed.
him.
Yeah.
Damage does not break it. He's still paralyzed.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna just run right by him, and I'm going up to this other one here.
All right.
Just try to stop him.
Yeah.
17 to
Hits.
hit. 6 damage,
All right.
and he's still going. I'm gonna do.
Actually,
another
I'm sorry. Did you
attack
say
on
6 damage?
him. Yes.
Okay. Describe your kill.
As he's running away from me, I'm just going to go up with my staff behind him and just hit him hard enough in the back of the head to try to knock both his eyes out.
It does that. The eyes like flop just straight in front and land and just kind of look at you, like two of those googly eyes. Let's see, Randall.
Straightforward enough. I run up to him and try to skew him while he's still paralyzed. Since Set is within 5 feet, I can apply my sneak attack die if it hits.
Yep.
That's going to be 23 to hit.
Hits.
6 plus 3 is 9 points of damage total, including all of it.
Describe your kill.
I skew him, twist it. I skew him, twist the blade a little, middle, and just skew him in the eye, I guess.
All right. Yeah, you do that.
Through the eye, through the head.
You guys are out of combat. You can explore and move your tokens. I know that we've come to time. I'm going to go a little bit further just so that we can come to the next encounter, and then we're going to stop for the evening. So what do you guys do?
Well, real quick, I want to grab the party together and double back for this chest that was over here that had gold in it.
Mm-hmm. And
Because I want to loot it.
Raid the bodies.
Wow, that was not actually that far, was it?
No! It felt a lot farther, didn't it?
It did.
All right, so let's see. We have. You said you loot the bodies, Edmund.
Oh, you bet.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, I can help with that. With the bodies, I mean.
I know that these people are gonna have some weird stuff, so I gotta go get to the weird stuff tables.
Oh yeah, I want to take this staff off of me. So I pull it out of my wound and I want to hand it to Zed.
It's like a can opener, but you pry it out and just and then you hand it to Seth. And
Here, this might be slightly cooler than a default staff. I'm not a staff expert, but you know.
Can I pinch a sacred flame and weld his plate mail back together?
all right, I'm gonna just do 2 each. These people would not have normal things. They're definitely not normal. So you find the following things. You find a flint and steel, and this is Edmund. You find blankets that are in surprisingly good condition, but somewhat small, like a
Sean, are
children's
you
blanket.
writing that down?
I can, yeah.
Is Sean writing that down? Okay.
Okay. You find a long river cane switch that might be used to switch a child with. And you find a smooth river stone and a wooden cup. It's just a wooden cup, but then it's carved, and it has the picture of a face with lots of lines coming out of it. You find 3 threadbare socks.
3.
Exactly 3. You find a bread basket, and just a couple more things here. You find a whetstone and a miner's pick.
Wait, a whetstone or a wet stone?
Whetstone.
Okay, because I found a smooth stone. Well, I mean, he found a smooth stone, so I want to make sure.
W-H-E-T stone.
Sorry, what was after the whetstone?
A miner's pick. I don't know why I remember that at this point, but I do. You also find a weak herbal healing potion. It heals you for D4. Is anybody an herbalist? I think somebody took it because somebody wanted to make healing potions. Well, I already revealed it. It heals,
Felsane did.
It heals you for I'm sorry. It heals you for 1d4 healing.
I'll keep that one.
You find a little tin container with 4 compartments. One of the compartments has a little wad of vomit. One of it has a random unidentified oily secretion. Another one has another oily substance on it that you can't identify, and then the fourth compartment you're pretty sure is just poo.
Gross.
That's what you find on these fish people.
I shouldn't have bothered writing that all down. I don't think we're going to keep pretty much any of that.
Nope. Just the healing potion. I'll keep
But I
that.
did! I wrote down everything. Here, right here. Poo.
Does anybody check the chest?
Me, that's what I was
I feel
doing.
like Bjorn ought to take the poo because he can use that later against the enemies.
Put it in one of their
Seriously?
skulls and throw it at them
It's
like a...
Bjorn's
Final
getting some
warfare.
fish heads right now. Like, you're looting everything below the neck, and Bjorn's handling above the neck.
I'm not writing down what Bjorn finds in the heads.
Alrighty, you let's see what you find in the treasure. It's going to be 140 gold pieces. Let's see, I want to multiply that by 3 for this. 140
420.
3, 420 gold pieces.
Nice.
Let me see if there's any 140. Is that it? I thought there was like a... Oh, I'm supposed to be using the treasure hoard table. That's why I screwed that up. But I'll just subtract that from this roll. 41. So 250. 420 times 250 equals minus 240 equals 1. Okay. So that would mean 4 of these. So 580, 250 gold piece gems. Okay, you ready to copy, Sean?
Yeah.
Well, I thought I had it. Let's see. I almost have it. I got it. I have it. I have it now. Okay. You find you find 2 jade crystals, or 2 jade gems, and a sard gem.
SARD?
Yeah. You also find an alexandrite gem, 2 amethyst gems, and 5 tiger eyes. All within this chest. And
Awesome.
And there, let's see, you also have 46 d6, 2 on A. Let's see. Magic A. Whoa. No. Okay. So 2 times. So you find 100. A drift globe.
I remember one of those.
Yeah.
I
And
used to have one of those.
and
Another
all-
lifetime.
and also a potion of healing.
Alright, I'm gonna grab all that crap.
All right. Before we end the session tonight, is there anything else y'all want to explore? Do you want to go a little bit further?
Seth would like to
Something
look
tells me you have a
at.
cliffhanger in mind, so like, why don't we just go to where we killed the last 2?
Before we run off in a direction, are there any paladins who by chance have 9 points of lay on hands burning a hole in their pockets?
I
Or
do. Would
3.
you like it?
I would. That bring back to full.
I will give you both the lay on hands you require.
Yeah, I just need 3 points to get up to full. So battered from the
Here's-
shoot.
Here's 12. You can sort it out between yourselves.
Perfect.
Seth wants to look at that staff that Bjorn gave him.
You take a look at the staff, and it is a length of some sort of nautical instrument, the one that you see, and then surrounding it are metal shards that are embedded in it. It forms a circle, and then there are metal shards sticking out from it, like that.
I'd like to test it like for balance and see how it is, and try to like spin it around some, and just try to see if I could maybe replace my staff that I have with this, or at least use this
Well,
as a backup.
The pincer staff that you find is not a monk weapon. Not a monk weapon. But it is and you are not proficient in it. It is a improvised weapon that looks like it's a piece of junk that was like kind of improvised and worked with by these fish people. But otherwise, yeah, of course you can use it.
Well, if I'm not proficient with it, I think Seth would probably kind of try it out and just tell Bjorn, this is kind of cool, but I appreciate the thought, but I think I want to stay with gotten this
Yeah,
far.
I'm just like, while you were doing that, it occurred to Bjorn that he got hooked by fish, and he's just like incredibly emasculated right now.
Why don't you guys pick a place to explore a little bit further, and whatever encounter we come to, we'll pause there.
Cool.
I was muted. I was gonna say, let's head back to where the last 2 we killed were. Sound like a plan?
Yeah, that's what I said before.
Yeah, let's see where
Yes,
they was
that's
running
why I stole
to.
it.
Yeah.
I got you.
You see, Faith, you can see several of these things in a shimmering light ahead. Pause there for a moment. I'm going to tell you what you see, because you can see several things even in the light that you have. You see two of them, and you hear chanting. Whoops. You hear the slurping, like guttural noises. And there's this large animal head that's embedded in the stone floor. They see you, and they turn and they see you approaching, but then they silently turn their backs to you. They don't seem aggressive.
Sounds
don't
like
seem
it's time for a
aggressive,
long rest.
If they don't seem aggressive, then we shouldn't attack.
All right, whatever you say, leader. And I throw a fish head at them.
No, I'm not like.
He said we shouldn't
I'm just kidding.
attack.
Did you threw a fish head at them?
No. I'm just playing
He's
around.
being a
out here.
smart
It's
ass.
just a suggestion. Based on.
Well, Faith, I'm picking you as the caller, since this whole entire quest line was built for you back in October. What do you want to do? With the group's consent, of course.
Well, since they're not attacking, and I can, like, do I actually see this, or is that just
Yeah, you
bad?
said.
Okay, I'm gonna suggest we approach very cautiously and just get a look at what's going on with my lighthouse head.
Okay.
Like, creep on up. Like, if they start to look like they're becoming hostile, I'm gonna stop and back up. Is the goal.
They do not. You see them chanting in unison.
Divine sense.
I mean, my take is that they're probably worshipping this thing.
Divine sense. You don't detect any extreme evil or any of those creatures. You sense something alien from these things that might be construed as evil, but would probably. It's just more like you're not sure what it is. It's like what is like it's something different. But as you approach, you see this large thing, and they're all standing around it and they're chanting. And this person, this fish person. I don't want to reveal this. I think you guys have to talk to him if I'm gonna. Sorry, I have a secret up in one of the.
Why don't we call this our cliffhanger and we'll talk to him next week? Sound good? Because I know we're trying to cut it here at some point.
Oh yeah, we're gonna cut it right here. I apologize. It's got fins around its head and a robe. And
Is that
staff.
seriously his name?
Beautiful.
Hey, look,
Does
you
it
all
have a
know
good
what
song
they're
like Dub
these
Thumper?
these fish. You know what these fish people, what their names are like. It's just how
We're
it
not
is.
allowed to die to this. That can't happen.
Well,
Priorities.
unfortunately for you, I don't have any wood to knock on, so you just screwed us. Thanks.
Well, he steps forward and he just looks at you all with the strange alien eyes, and that is where we're gonna stop for the night. So.
Just